the job gets done. Period.
Would you like some tea?
You're a time lord.
Time lady, please. Old-fashioned.
I'm going to kill you in a minute.
No, I've not turned good.
Can you see the portrait? It's too dark. We could check a stone down or something.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Space Channel, which is your destination for Doctor Who. I guess there's some Doctor Who fans here. Well, we just had a fantastic video intro, so I'll keep the intro very short, just a few reminders. We're here to ask questions of our guests, not to ask for hugs, selfies, or if you can read this script, so just keep your questions, simply that, questions. And we got 2 microphones on either side of the room, so go ahead and start lining up if you've got questions for our guests. You already know her and love her, it's Michelle Gomez, everybody! Have a seat. I think I first got to ask, did you pick up the ears here? Was this a Fan Expo purchase?
What year?
Never mind. But let's talk Fan Expo. This is your first time at Fan Expo, if I'm not mistaken?
It is, yeah. It's my first time here. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, I've had the pleasure of interviewing a number of actors and people involved with Doctor Who in the past, and I always enjoy getting the answer to this question because it's different for everybody. What do you think it is about Doctor Who that has made it last this long? I mean, people still love it, it's still new and interesting, dynamic, even after all these years. What quality or aspect of it do you believe has lended itself to its longevity?
It's one of the only shows around now in this day and age where the whole family can watch it and everybody gets something from it. And also it's just has such a strong history as well, so each generation gets to hand down to their next generation this wonderful show that just does seem to stand the test of time.
Well, obviously one of Stephen Moffat's greatest contributions was casting you as Missy, the Master. But we know he's on his way out. He's turning the show over to Chris Chibnall, or Chibnall, I'm saying it wrong. What do you think Stephen's greatest contribution or lasting impact on the Doctor is or will be?
I think just making it really relevant for today. It feels very current, and it seems like you can easily relate to it as well. He's just got his take on it. He has a very modern touch, and he has a very evil pen, and he reads each character so brilliantly. He observes everybody. Every character is executed so beautifully, and I mean, I can't quite wrap my head around the fact that he's going to go, but then none of us stay around forever.
Well, Capaldi's been with us for a while now, and so far my favorite Doctor of the new ones. Tell me about working opposite Capaldi, because you both have a history or a background in comedy as well, so I imagine it's pretty funny on set.
I mean, we're both from the same town, and he's a little older than I am, not much, but a little. And so when I was growing up in Glasgow, and Peter was cutting around the streets, and he was all cool, and he was in art school, and he looked really fab, and I was just like this wee geek kid, running about with like far too much hair for one human being, and just thought he was so amazing. So, but now he is still amazing, but I get to play Missy and just have a lot of fun with him. You know, we have, because we're from the same city, and like most of us, you know, you have that shorthand that nobody else seems to get. I happen to marry an Englishman, and he still doesn't get most of my jokes, but because they're not funny. But there's a real sort of Glaswegian sense of humour that only a Ouija will get, and so you stick the two of us together on set, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It's brilliant. I love him. He's excellent human being. So there.
And before we go to the floor, we know Pearl Mackie is joining the show as Bill. Have you had a chance to work together? Is that too like spoilery
God
question?
help her.
What advice do you have for her?
Just move out of the way. I'm coming.
Let's go to the floor for some questions. We'll start over here on the left. Hello.
Hi. So would you much rather prefer playing the first female doctor rather than the first female master? Like, would you like to have that opportunity if you weren't the mistress?
I feel like I'm the first female Time Lord, so for me that's kind of up there. I don't know, I haven't really thought in terms of the experience that I'm actually having, and trying to really be in that. And I am still incredibly grateful for that opportunity. So for me to ever consider that I would have my own TARDIS one day just seems a little ungracious.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go over here to the right. Hello.
I was wondering what your favorite TV show or movie you were in.
That I was in.
Yeah.
Such modesty. I think definitely Doctor Who. Really, you know, I really am a fan first and foremost, so I still can't quite believe that I get to hang out with Daleks and twiddle with their knobs. And excuse them. This is a children's show, and let's just keep it that way. So no, really, Doctor Who. I don't think I can ever top Missy. Although if there's any casting directors out there, just I didn't say that. But it's the most magnificent role, and I'm having a ball. So I would say, hands down, my favourite so far is Doctor Who.
Great question. And we'll go back over here to the left. Hello, Doctor.
Hello. If you could have played any other character in Doctor who would it have been and why?
I'm not very good at these questions because I'm always so grateful that I'm working. So it's like, okay, I'll do it. I think the Cybermen are quite sexy. I quite like to be a cyber woman. Cyber boobs and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe a Cyberman, maybe. But I'm very happy with Missy. Come on, I mean, I can't really choose because I've got the best part.
You are kind of like the Doctor, but just with almost even more fun, right?
Yes, with the knobbly bits, yes.
We'll go back over here to the right. Thanks for your question.
What's it like being the first female master?
Awesome. It is phenomenal, I have to say, it really is. And you know, I'm no spring chicken. You know, I'm a 49-year-old action figure, and I just can't believe that I'm out there kicking. Can I say ass? I did. And it's wonderful. It really is. It's an absolute gift. So awesome would be the short answer.
Thanks. Back over here.
Hey, oh, good. Chicken bone. First of all, I want to say, like, in my opinion, you're doing a superb job at bringing the master into a different gender. Like, we're transitioning the relationship that's been sort of best friends, like, slash rival, like, for generations, and you've really translated that well into, like, this new stage of the master's life. So, where it's very playful. But like my question sort of ties into this, being earlier today I saw Alex Kingston and live, and there were some great questions. One of them being like, how did she feel she would react if her character met Rose Tyler? It's like the other love interest in the Doctor's life. And so my question to you is, how do you feel that Missy would react to meeting Riversong or Rose Tyler, and like what sort of dynamic do you think would happen there?
I think the beauty of Missy is that she can't see past herself. There is no one else in the room. And so there was and I also do quite love her for that detail. And I think she's, I don't think there'd be a challenge for her. I think that's what makes Missy so delightful. Is that she's sort of fearless, and she might actually be chums with them for a minute and then deletes them. Watch and see.
And we'll go back over here. Hello.
Hi, Ms. Gomez. Thanks for coming to Toronto. I was hoping to ask you a question about Greenway, the British medical comedy. Wasn't it a great other person?
Thanks, Mum.
My favorite scene is when the radiologist walks into your office and you respond to his question in the language of Crow.
Yes.
So I was wondering if you could just respond to this comment in the language of Crow, please.
What was that?
And we'll go over here. It looks like maybe Kyle Wren.
It is. Hi. I just wanted to say you're my favorite version of the Master since probably the original, and I think you have a lot of Delgado swagger in your performance. Were there any old Master stories that you went back and watched to get a sense of the character, but also what choices did you make to make her your own?
I kept the moustache. Makeup wanted me to get rid of it. I was like, no, leave it. And I actually, this doesn't reflect well on me at all, but it is honest. I am quite lazy. And I didn't go back and look at any of the other Masters. Creatively, because I really didn't want to get intimidated by anybody else's genius or their choices. I wanted to come at it completely fresh as I could, and just try and breathe something new into it. And then I didn't have to do any work at all. Once they put that costume on me, it sort of did it for me. So no, I didn't. I'm very aware of Delgado, and I'm hugely flattered that you have drawn that parallel. But no, I tend to either look the other way and pretend something isn't happening, or stick my head in the sand, which is the same thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I saw an interview with Stephen Moffat where he mentioned that you were being considered or looked at for another role, and then he realized when he was bringing back the Master that you were perfect for the role. So when did you find out that you were going to be playing this iconic character? Because for us fans, we didn't realize it right away. It was a reveal.
Yeah, no, I was offered another part in that season, and I couldn't physically be there because I don't have a TARDIS. Anyway, and so lame, but I love it. And I couldn't do it. I was on another job, and so I had to say no, and I was absolutely devastated. And I wrote to Stephen saying, "Oh, my God, I can't get there. And if you ever need a high cheekboned, blue-eyed villainess, I'm your man." And I didn't hear anything, and I was like, oh, bloody hell, yeah. And then about a month later, my agent called and said, you might want to sit down for this. I had an offer, would you like to play the Master? I was like, what? Okay. And then couldn't tell anybody for like nearly a year. I walked around with, you know, this Mona Lisa smile for about a year. It was just, and so it was one of the best kept secrets, and I was really proud to honour that because it was fun when it actually came out.
Actually was. We'll go back over here for another question. The Flash.
Hello. When did you first hear of Doctor Who?
Oh, how old are you?
12.
Oh, so about the same. About your age, maybe a little younger. I was probably about 8 because I remember the Zygons were coming, and that still gives me a shiver. And I would jump behind the couch and was terrified because the Zygons were coming. And this is a rule to any kids out there: never show your fear if you've got siblings, because I couldn't sleep for years after that because my brother Derek, stupid name, kept coming into my room and going, the Zygons are coming. I shit myself, and that's French. French words, no it wasn't, I'm sorry, I've been told not to swear. Blaspheming is in my culture as taught in schools as punctuation. Please forgive me. Yes, age 8, thank you.
Thanks. We'll go back over here to the left. Hello.
Hello, my question is, if Missy was ever to get her hands on the TARDIS, where do you think she would go?
To Bloomingdale's. I don't know. She'd go to all the places that we all want to go to, but we shouldn't. Like she'd do a whole fly on the wall thing. She'd just pop up in lots of inappropriate places. She shouldn't be. I mean, who doesn't want to be in somebody else's toilet stall? I mean, and we're talking era. I guess we go back to some sort of restoration era where she could just be fabulous and fun and just look like she should be there. That was such a terrible answer.
Well, Missy, she has the power to go all over the place already, so you know, she might be just chasing down the Doctor. We'll go back over here.
Hi. I'd just first like to say that you are my favorite villain of all time. I would like to know if you had any other female villains inspire you. You pretty much already answered, but I figured I may as well ask anyway.
It's not so much villains that seem to inspire me or inspire Missy. It seems to be
more mad. You play mad.
Anybody's a sort of psychotic. Maybe it's
big fan of crazy.
Big fan of crazy. But the problem is that I genuinely don't feel like I'm playing her crazy, and I also most of the parts I play are crazy parts. And that somebody asked me why, and I'm like, well, this face is the answer.
You also did a great job on Gotham.
Thank you, but I had 4 lines and a fall down, so thanks for noticing that. Literally 4 lines and then I fell down.
Go back over here. Hello.
What's it like being the first Master character to do a thing with the Cybermen and new Doctor Who?
It's mind-blowing. I mean, it really is. It also sends out a message that, you know, don't ever get too comfortable because anything can happen, and including a female president. I'm not going to get political, but I mean, really.
Go over here. Hello.
Hi, I have a question. I have a question, obviously. You've started out, people mention you're the first female master. What's it like changing the gender of this iconic character that, from what we've heard of, you've grown up with?
2 things. Firstly, it feels like, why not? And it amazes me in 2016 that we're even discussing it now as a sort of gender politics thing, that, you know, it just, and the other thing is, it just feels like it was sort of about time, really, to break out of the mold, I suppose, of, you know, whatever gender's meant to mean. I mean, gender's just another way of, you know, boxing us all in and making sure that we're all in our little, you know, safe places, so that, you know, I understand who you are because I put my label on you, so that's, you can go into your box there and I feel comfortable with that. Well, no, break the box, smash the box, you know, wear the dress, choose right, be who you are. It doesn't matter anymore. It's just about the best person for the job, and it just happens that, you know, sometimes it's a man, sometimes it's a woman. It's just, there's just, the lines are so blurred now, it's so boring. Just get over it.
Thanks. We'll go back over here.
Hi, first of all, I love you and I'm so glad that you're here. I drove 800 miles just to see you.
Oh, Lord, well, here I am.
My question is, since you didn't research any of the other masters in preparing for this role, how much of Michelle is in the Mistress?
Well,
and then I have another question, but that one first.
The thing is that when you've been knocking around in Britain for long enough, it's a tiny island, and, you know, we all get to know, in the sort of acting, theatre, television community, it's quite small, you know, it's just, compared to America, you know, you end up kind of knowing everybody, really, and you end up working with each other quite a lot, and you get into these little sort of running mates and stuff. So my point is that Stephen Moffat has known me for a long time, and he just knows my voice, and that's on the page for me, and so that's why it's such a great partnership, actually, and I think that's why I feel like I'm quite lazy on this job, that I don't really have to do much, but it's really because what he's structured for me is sort of familiar in a way, and so I feel very comfortable with it, and so it's all down to him really getting me, and like most people don't.
Okay. Second part, think of it like a joke. Captain Jack, River Song, and the Mistress walk into a bar. What happens?
We get really pissed.
Now we'll go back over to the right side. Hello.
Thank you for coming to Toronto.
No, my pleasure.
I just wanted to, in the writing process, some of the lines that Missy has is so great, and you touched on the other question briefly. But do you ever get the script and you're like, oh my God, that's such a great line, I can't wait to say it? Or is some of the process that you actually have some ad-libs that end up being, you know, the one-liners that us as fans love so much, you know, like, for example, you're the puppy line, stuff like that?
No, I can't take credit for the puppy line. I'd like to, but no, that was Stephen, and I'm enjoying that enormously. But no, there are some ad-libs in there. There was, I think, one, probably the most, I guess the most surprising one was that, you know, I was tied up on a gurney, and you can't move, and they're doing all the lighting and they're doing the prep, and that takes a minute, but because I'm tied up, I can't get away. And normally when they're doing all those final checks, I'll be in the corner pissing about with somebody, I'll be having another biscuit, I'll just be not tied up. But I ended up just kind of singing, hey Missy, you're so fine, you're so fine. And I didn't realise that the camera was rolling, and they kept it. That was a happy accident, you know, but I would say 99.9% of the script is down to the very amazing Stephen Moffat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great question. Go back over here. Hello.
Hi. So, two-parter, short questions. Number one, did you get to choose your evil Mary Poppins look, or was that chosen for you?
I'll answer now. No, that was absolutely chosen for me. I can't take credit for that either.
Love that look. And the second great look. Missy gets a TARDIS.
Yes. Well, I mean, maybe.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard anything. What would it look like if Missy got a TARDIS?
Black Gucci handbag. With gold trim.
Thank you.
And I just step out of it.
All right, we'll go back over to the right side.
Hi, I just was wondering how much creative freedom do you have being portrayed as Missy? Like, what part of you do you actually get to put in?
All of me. I'm like one of those little, those wind-up dolls that you get at Christmas. You just wind up, and then you take the pin out. And that's basically what they do with me. They just sort of let me go on set. It's like light touch paper and step back. And I'll say the lines, and then I'll go home. Quite a lot of freedom. Thanks.
Hello.
Hi. So I decided I would like to be an actor with my life, and I was wondering what tips you might have for an aspiring actress.
Accept rejection and never ever give up.
Thank you.
Over here, hello.
Hi. I will admit I didn't actually like The Master until you started playing the character, so...
You can admit that.
What would Missy's ultimate mic drop moment be?
Oh, I'm so tempted to do it right now. I've got clogs on, so I'm not going to do that. High-heeled clogs as well. You might be about to find out, but I can't say anything more than that. Other than, I would quite like to know what my clever idea was. That's how I ended up last time. I said, I've got a clever idea.
Thank you.
Looks like we got one more over here.
Hi, quick question. What's the hardest thing about playing Missy?
I don't think of it in terms of the hardest at all, actually. No, it's an absolute joy. It really is. I'm in my element. I'm having so much fun and enjoying every minute of it, because not a lot of parts like that come along in one's career, and I'm aware that this is a very good one and it's a good fit. So the hardest thing, probably being in a corset at lunchtime and not being able to eat a second bit of cake. That really pisses me off.
We got someone else on this side. Hello.
Hi, you've got a terrific diabolical character. Please don't ever lose it. And you have some terrific lines, some I really appreciate. The one about pointed sticks, was that a shout out to Monty Python?
Oh, I don't know where Stephen gets his inspiration, but maybe. I don't know, I can't.
I understand completely.
Thank you.
And the other thing is, would you please say, because I'm bananas?
Because I'm banana.
Hello, over here.
Hi, I just want to say that I really, really love you show, and I'm really glad that they've brought in this female villain that's so powerful. But if there was a different Doctor that you could compete against instead of Capaldi, which one would you like to go up against?
I just squash them all. One at a time. Going back in history.
Someone else appeared over here. We do have time for a few more questions, so we'll keep going.
I just wanted to know what the best part is about playing a frenemy character who really can have any relation to the main characters at any point.
What's good about that is that I don't get to just be evil, because I do feel that you can't just play that one thing. It would become quite dull for me and for you. And so what I've hoped that we could invest in is a belief that there was history with them, that there really is a real deep friendship. And that's not just with the Doctor, but I enjoyed the manipulations of that with Carla as well. But with not with Carla, who's Carla? Dyslexic. Clara, thank you. And I loved that she actually thought that she sort of forgot that I was Missy for a minute. You can see there's certain scenes where we're actually really enjoying each other, and then obviously I have to shove her down the hole. It's boring. And so that was important to me, you know, that it was, I know I am having a lot of fun, and that Missy's a great character, and she's quite joyful, but it has to come from somewhere. It has to be rooted in some kind of truth. And you have to look quite closely for that truth, but it is there. Okay.
All right, hello over here.
Hi. Of all the episodes of Doctor Who that you played as Missy, what was your favorite one to film?
Still, it blazoned in my mind is the very first time I stepped on that set, and I was so nervous, and all my head was just going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and I didn't have any lines in my head, and I had quite a lot of lines to say, and I had to go, right, come on, put yourself together, Charles. And so I kind of broke the ice by snogging Peter and slamming him against the wall. Once I did that, I actually reached out, and you don't know this, but what was going on there was that I reach out with my other hand, and I take Clara's hand whilst I'm snogging him. So all becomes a bit wrong. But it certainly did break the ice, and we became great friends immediately. We all knew that we were going to have some fun with that.
Got time for maybe one more? Go for it.
Hi, I'm back.
Greedy.
I have another question involving gender. Not sure. Yeah. So earlier in the Alex Kingston panel, she was asked if she could see a female doctor, and she said no. What is your answer?
Yes. Not until it's the right time, because I have to say, as far as I'm concerned, Peter Capaldi is one of the best doctors. And it's going to take a woman with some large cojones to push him out of his top spot. I can't see past Peter at the moment, so that's a yes and a no answer.
Fair enough. All right, one more. Here we go.
Hello, I've got a really random question.
Great.
What is your favorite color?
The rainbow.
Before we go, you know, you got all these dedicated Doctor Who fans here. Anything you want to say to them? Anything you want to impart?
I love you.